In today's video, we are back at it again with another really fun mystery box challenge. I love doing these collabs with all of my DIY YouTuber friends. These are so much fun and I know you guys always enjoy it too. Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to Krafts by Katelyn. I'm super excited you are joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn and I love all things DIYing and crafting, especially on a budget, so I use a ton of Dollar Tree items. And today we are doing the mystery box challenge. I've done this a few times with my friends here on YouTube and it is always so much fun and a lot of you guys enjoy it so much, so it's always fun to take part of. So today I'll have another video packed full of inspiration and DIYs that are so much fun whenever you have to. We ship each other these boxes full of Dollar Tree items and we try to challenge ourselves to use them, and then we also include a couple of items that are kind of off the wall a little bit, so they kind of challenge yourself to create something new out of them. So it always is a little nerve-wracking opening these boxes and seeing what is inside. So for this video, I actually put together a box of fun Dollar Tree items and sent them to Whitney over at Whiskey and Wit. She is such a sweetheart and has a really great channel full of inspiring DIYs similar to my channel, so I know you guys are going to love her. I'll link that down below. And then my mystery box actually came from Natalie from Design to the Nines, so I am so excited to see what she sent. I'll also have a link to her channel down below. She also thinks outside of the box and has a ton of inspiring videos that I know you will love. So all of those links will be down below, as well as the main event, which is the huge playlist packed full of everybody's mystery box DIYs, and you'll be able to go through and see all of the mystery boxes that everyone sent to each other, as well as all of the awesome DIYs that I know they're going to come up with. So let's go ahead and dive into this box and see what exactly she sent me. Okay, so this box is huge and she paid a lot for shipping, so thank you, Natalie. But this is so big, so I don't know what she sent. My box was a little bit smaller, like I put in a lot of smaller items, but I always get really nervous about shipping larger items just because I don't want anything to break. But I am excited to see what is in here. Okay, so first off, it's really loud, but first off I see two things wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper, and it's actually marked. It says challenge item number 1 and number 2, so I think I want to save those for last. This one feels really heavy like glass, so I'm going to put it to the side and see what that is last, because I think those are the two items that we kind of like have to use. I don't know, there's no like strict rules, but it's just fun to kind of have the challenge there. Oh, she sent me some chocolate. I absolutely love chocolate and I love peppermint patties, so these are perfect if my kids don't eat them first, so thank you, Natalie. There's also a card in here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that. So she wrote me this really cute little note, so thank you so much, Natalie. That is so sweet of you. And then she wrote, P.S. the peppermint patties are just a treat while you craft. They're one of my favorites. So thank you so much. That is so sweet and thoughtful. Okay, so she sent me one of these large blocks. I am so excited. My Dollar Tree, I had to buy like a pack of 35 of the old style ones, but my Dollar Trees have never gotten in these new ones, so I'm super excited to use this. It says love blooms here, and that's really pretty. Like, I hate to DIY that. That's really cute, but we'll see what we end up doing with this. This is so exciting. I always love opening these fun mystery boxes. She sent me this wood little plaque that has this cool little design. I got a set of string lights and she even put the batteries in there. That is too sweet. Thank you. I don't always have batteries, but these are actually yellow, so these will be really interesting to see how that they look. She sent me one of these microfiber cloths for car cleaning. This is perfect for Christmas DIYs. Super excited. This is perfect for snowmen and snow. Let me know in the comments down below if you've made anything out of this. Believe it or not, I don't think I've actually... Okay, so I made a pair of a mitten garland, and I think I cut this up to put around the bottom of the mittens, but I don't think I've really made anything big out of this. So I want to attempt to try to use this. And then she sent me some chalkboard tags. Thank you so much. I actually just purchased a few of these, a few packs of these, and I put them all in my pantry and I love them. I used my Cricut to write what was on each of the baskets. So I was running low on more for crafting, so that worked out perfect. And then she sent one of these little bicycle frames. I love these frames that don't have glass in them, that are kind of like the set back little shadow boxes, and this one has a clip, so I love these so much. Thank you, Natalie. And then the famous Dollar Tree triangle that we didn't know what to do with, but now absolutely every DIY crafter here on YouTube is making a Christmas tree out of these. So will I be the next one? We will see. Possibly so. I think it would be really fun. I found a Jingle Bell tree at Hobby Lobby or Big Lots. That's where I went the other day, and I can't remember where it was at, but they had like strings of jingle bells. It was really big and beautiful, so it might be fun to make a mini version of that. But now is the time to figure out what my challenge items are. So these are always so nerve-wracking because these are the ones I feel like I have to use. So let's go ahead and see what is in challenge number 1. It is a Feather Boa out of the kids section, so that's interesting. We'll see. I'm glad that it's white, so it could be a lot worse. And I don't know if you can see that, but dust is flying everywhere, or you know, these little feathers, not dust. But this will be so interesting, so make sure you stay tuned. The last time I got something really weird that I didn't know what to do with, I used it as stuffing, so we will see. I can make a feather pillow, but we will see what I create out of this. Now let's go ahead and see what was in challenge number 2. Okay, I'm just gonna go back and see what she said about challenge number 2. It's something that I have DIY'd myself before. Okay, let's see what this is. Because it feels like, oh, I thought it was glass, but it's actually cans. Oh my gosh, it's tuna fish. This is like my worst nightmare. I hate the smell of tuna, so I'm assuming I'm supposed to use these empty, so I'm gonna have my husband open these and give them to my mom, I guess, and then I'll use the cans. My mom loves tuna fish, and I hate it, but that's okay. We're gonna get through this together. I am going to, like I said, have my husband or my mom might do that for me, but dump these out in a bowl and them eat it, and then they can wash these up and maybe I can use them. But I'm not sure exactly the DIY she's talking about, so I'm gonna have to go and look that up. I don't know what to make out of tuna fish cans, so wish me luck. But let's go ahead and get started in this video and try out all of these fun new crafting products. Thank you so much to Natalie for sending all of these. These are so fun and creative, and I don't know what I'm even gonna make. So give me a minute and let's go ahead and get started. I am in love with how this first DIY turned out, and I was able to actually use a few of the items that she sent in one project. I think that's how most of these projects are. I'm using at least 2 of the items in each one, but I was super excited to use this little shadow box. So I'm trying out the little lights. They were yellow. I thought it would be really cool to make like a backlit sign. So I imagined that I was going to put the lights in the shadow box or glue them down, and then put the wooden sign over the top of it and just maybe like write Merry Christmas or something. And then I had a really great idea to use some of my little red truck window cleans that I picked up from Dollar General, so I'll show you those in just a second. But first I had to go ahead and prepare the surface. So I am painting the little photo frame shadow box with truffle brown and paint the wooden little scalloped sign with some white, but I don't paint it perfect. I leave the edges a little bit weathered because I am wanting more of a rustic look. I do fill in the holes with spackle and go ahead and sand them down and then paint over them. Like I said, I swear I did not know, I had any idea what I was going to use on the sign, and then I saw these window clings kind of in my crafting stash. I picked these up this year from Dollar General. They are so beautiful. I love the red rustic trucks. And then I had this awesome idea that it would be really cool to use the window cling on the sign and then have the lights come out of the headlights. I have seen other DIYers do this. I can't remember the channel. I've seen a ton of them do different versions of them, especially using the Dollar Tree wooden trucks, but I thought this was a really cool idea to use it on the little window clings. So I did decide to use the Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign. I did cut the border around the edges so it would go more with my truck, and the frame was too big for the sign. So I Mod Podged them down together. You can tell that the background is there, so I do add in another snowflake, and then I distress over the top of them a little bit to kind of blend them in, and then I decided to add the distressing to the truffle brown paint too. I had to try a couple of different drill bits to get the lights to actually push through the hole. So I finally found one that was working, and I was trying to be super careful because I did not want that window cling to pull up and wrap around the drill bit. I just felt like it was at high risk to rip, so I tried to be super careful. It did splinter the back, but I was able to peel those away, and then my little lights fit in there perfect, and I was so excited that these were yellow. I had bought a red pair that I didn't love, or a red set that I didn't love, so I was excited for the yellow because that goes perfect for the little headlights, but I did need them to go through the sign so the battery pack could stay on the outside. So I did have to drill a large hole in the back, and I carefully weaved all of the lights through there, and then I attached the battery pack to the back of this sign just using hot glue.
You say that we were doomed to fail, but you still ask me what's the room I stay in. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably give you my plastic key card.
I put the two lights that were at the very end of the string through the headlight holes and went ahead and attached them in place with some hot glue. I tried to be super careful. I didn't want to overheat the lights or anything, so I tried to apply a little bit at a time and then kind of held them in place until the glue cooled off, and then went ahead and just put a couple of dabs of glue on the inside of the sign so that the other lights would kind of hold in place and not all fall to the bottom. And then this little wooden piece did touch at the very top and the bottom, so I applied some hot glue there and kind of got it all to hold in place. And I thought this little wooden sign was so cute on top of the shadow box. I feel like it looks like it belonged there. And then, like I said, I took some paint to just kind of distress over it and make it look more blended in, but you're able to access the battery pack and turn these on and off from the back. But I think this is an adorable DIY made for just a few bucks that I think looks really high end. Now we are moving on to the tuna fish cans. Like I said, I had my husband dump these out and spray them down with bleach so I would not have to smell them. I seriously hate the smell of tuna fish. I just cannot stand it, so I never open up tuna fish or never cook it. So I was kind of nervous about this, but after he bleached the cans and got them all cleaned out, I really couldn't smell anything. So I did look up her DIY and from Design to the Nines, and she made like a little hanging candle holder, kind of like a chandelier with those, and they were so beautiful, so you'll have to check that out. But I was just in the mindset for Christmas, and I was thinking snowman. I thought I would stack all three of these up and wrap them in the little car washcloth, fuzzy white washcloth that she sent me. And I was thinking snowman, I was going to put a hat on him and it was going to be really cute. But then after I got it wrapped up, I felt like it would be adorable to turn this into a little s'more guy. So you have seen those adorable little s'mores mugs and ceramics that people put in their tiered trays. And that's kind of what inspired this. I thought it would be so adorable. And then I had those new little wooden squares nearby. So I thought those would be great as graham crackers. And I just went to Walmart and purchased some of these mini little canvases. So it was the perfect size to make the little chocolate bar for the marshmallow to sit on. I started painting it a nutmeg color and I just didn't like it. The paint was really runny and it didn't go on there nicely, and I didn't like the color. It wasn't deep enough. I went back to my truffle color paint, which worked perfect, and went ahead and let that dry, and then, like I said, wrapping it in this car washcloth, and I just felt like it was perfect. So you'll see what I'm talking about, but it all started coming together.
Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with option to be someone else. So
I know a lot of people had found these earlier on at Dollar Tree, but I have never seen them. So whenever I saw them at Dollar Tree, I went ahead and grabbed 6 things of them, and they come with 6 each, but I had used these on a previous project. But these were the perfect size to make little graham crackers that would go perfect with the size of my marshmallow guy. I'm using this acrylic paint in Territorial, I think it's called, in the apple barrel paint, and it was perfect. It was such a lighter golden shade, so perfect for the graham crackers. I give them a coat of that, and I do end up distressing this a little bit because I do want it to look a little bit rustic so the paint job looks a little bit better. Although I do want him to look really cute and cartoony, I don't want it just to look like a little kid's project, if that makes sense. So then I had a brown permanent marker on hand. I made the little break in the graham cracker and then all of the little dots in the top, and I think it looked really realistic. I did go over that with a little bit of sandpaper too so that it would blend in nicely with the rustic background. And then I was able to stack this up as a real s'more. I put the little chocolate bar on top and the marshmallow and the other graham cracker, and I thought it was adorable. Now in my mind, I thought this would be perfect for like a coffee bar or a cocoa bar, or like in the kitchen, a tiered tray. So I think this would be adorable with like some red coffee mugs sitting around it for Christmas. I haven't got all of my Christmas decor out yet, so I wasn't able to stage it perfect, but I still think it looks really cute. I am hot gluing everything together, and then I wanted a little face, like I said, from the little mugs that it was inspired by, and I thought about this forever. I thought I was going to use permanent marker, but that kept bleeding when I was testing it on the fabric, on like a scrap piece. But then I thought I should just cut this out, from my Cricut. So I picked out an adorable little face and had it cut out in like 30 seconds using my phone, and I just applied this to the front. You can use the iron-on if you want to, but this is just normal vinyl, and it seemed to have stuck really well. I thought this was a really fun way to use up those tuna cans. Let me know in the comments down below what you would have used them for, but I think this little guy is adorable and will be so cute on a little hot cocoa bar. Now I'm going to try to use up challenge item number 2, and it was that white feather boa. So the only thing that I could kind of think of was using a wreath, especially more of like the white winter theme sparkly wreath, and not so much rustic farmhouse wreath. So I'm using one of these 9-inch wicker wreaths from the Dollar Tree, and I painted it white because although I'm not getting down in all of the little cracks and crannies, I wanted to give it an overall like more snowy appearance so it would go more smoothly with the white boa. And then I decided to wrap the bottom of this and hot glue it in place, but I do trim it down so all of the feathers aren't just going everywhere. I thought these 2 little white and silver picks would go perfect with this winter themed wreath, and it adds a little bit more of greenery and silver in there, so I was able to hot glue those down. I did remove the little clips from the bottom and tuck them on top of the little feather boa, but I did have to secure these in place by using a jumbo popsicle stick and gluing that across the back. I had previously purchased this Dollar General little winter sign. It had the natural wood color with the white deer and just a plain little top. It didn't have any red on it, so I thought that would be perfect to add a sign to the top of this. And then just to fill in a few little blank spaces, I'm using a pick from Walmart. It had some of these silvery little leaves and some white glittery berries that I thought went perfect in there and just give it an extra pop of the glitter winter look. And then I had made a little wreath holder a while back for a eucalyptus wreath for just everyday farmhouse decor, but this wreath went perfect on there and I was able to hang it on the wreath holder and it just looked so adorable. So I love it so much, and it goes perfect with more like neutral farmhouse decor. And then to answer my own question in the intro, did I make a Christmas tree out of this triangle? Yes, I did. I wanted it to look a little bit different though. So I'm actually using another triangle that I had purchased previously at Dollar Tree. So I thought it would be really cool to use them together. I cut the top of it off so that I would be able to stack them up and make it look more like a layered tree. I thought I might use the top of it at the very top, but then it kind of got really busy, so I went ahead and just left that off and decided to focus on adding that bottom piece. I wanted to go ahead and paint these white to cover up all of the pattern, and then I'm going to decorate this like a cute little Christmas tree. I had purchased this little pom-pom ribbon from Walmart and I thought it was beautiful on this. This goes really nicely with the wreath that I just made because I don't make a lot of just white decor, but this was really fun to kind of work out of my comfort zone and go more with like the wintry, sparkly Christmas versus so much red and rustic Christmas. Once again, let me know in the comments down below what your style for Christmas is this year or what you think you're going to do. I know it's still a little bit early. I haven't decorated yet, but I am like making my crafts and getting all ready for it, so I'll have them ready to go whenever it hits November or the very end of October. And then I picked up these silver ornaments from Dollar Tree and I'm tying them randomly around this ribbon, like spread out evenly, and then to give it a little bit of texture because I feel like the back is a little bit plain, I hot glued in some of these snowflakes. This came in a Dollar Tree pack of like vase filler, but just really pretty sparkly little pieces. And then I took one of Dollar Tree's little mini tree toppers. I pulled the little spring off the bottom and hot glued in one of the little blocks so that I could glue this to the top of the tree. That could have been good as is because it looked really good just setting flat on the table, but since she did send me this other sign, I did want to try to use it, so I thought it would be really fun to add a little tree trunk to the bottom of this tree sign. So I went ahead and marked it and took it out to the garage and cut that down. And then I paint this like a little tree trunk by painting it with the truffle brown color and then hot glue that to the bottom. To get it to coordinate just a tiny bit more with the tree trunk and add in some more natural color, I took some of Dollar Tree's little berry garland and wrapped it around my finger to create some little spirals or little curly pieces, and then tucked them in some of the corners. And I love how that pop of natural brown is just spread throughout this tree. It just looks so beautiful. And then you definitely could fix this up for your style by adding in any color ornaments that you want. They also have gold and red and actually any other color. And then just decorate it any way that you would like, but I think it is an adorable piece. I love how it stands up really nice and tall so that I can place other things in front of it and around it, but a really, really fun piece. thank you all so much for coming along and crafting with me today. These mystery box challenges seem like they get a little more trickier each time, but I think we're trying to think outside of the box and send more random items. But I was definitely stumped by the tuna fish cans for a while, but you'll have to let me know in the comments down below how that you think everything turned out and what you liked and what you didn't like and what you would have done different. It's always fun to see what you guys would have done with these items, because I know we're all kind of like, when you sit and watch someone else not be able to figure out something, you come up with like a billion ideas, but then when it's you, you're kind of stumped a little bit. So it's really fun to get creative, and that's something really fun to use is tuna fish cans, because I feel like right now a lot of people might have extra food cans and stuff, because we had stocked up back before quarantine, and now we're kind of getting through that food so that it doesn't expire. But a really fun packed video. I always enjoy doing these. Like I said, the playlist will be linked down below. Go check out all of my sweet friends' channels and videos. They've worked really hard on making all of these random Dollar Tree items into something beautiful. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed, and happy crafting. Bye.